right. So today's what is it? November 22nd on a Friday. So welcome everyone, and welcome to.
The shit show.
All right. So I guess she's been nagging me about everyone sharing their story and whatnot, and I need to share mine. So
Absolutely. I mean, it's only fair that the host shares theirs.
I mean, mine ain't all that great though. I mean, honestly, the way I see it, it's almost the same as everyone else. It's just my opinion is more radical, I guess you can say. I don't know, but all right. So okay, I guess let's start off. Um, everyone knows I'm Chee, born and raised in Milwaukee. Grew up in the ghetto, and then ghetto was, it was bad. I honestly was a good kid though. I mean, it's kind of hard to see me as that with all these tattoos and everything, but I mean, I turned out okay. My grandma, it wasn't, yeah, my grandma was good. My mom, my auntie, my little auntie, they helped me. So, I don't know. I mean,
Shout out to her family in Milwaukee. Love
woot
you.
woot. Yeah, yeah, sure. Malia, Mama, Dai, hey. But yeah, this today's episode was about to be Will's little comeback to discuss about what was going on and whatnot. Johnny Walker, if you're watching this, I didn't forget
Shout
about you.
out.
Yep, I didn't forget about you. I'll make sure I have him on here to explain himself.
Discuss.
Yeah, to explain everything and whatnot. So no disrespect. I'm not trying to dodge and everything, but I appreciate you actually giving the show a watch and giving your feedback and comments. I mean, look, man, everyone has their opinion, and I appreciate you doing that. Because not,
Oh,
yeah,
it's my favorite saying.
what?
Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one.
That was just rude to what I was saying to him. That
Well,
I'm sorry, John.
we
This is
appreciate you.
yeah, she's immature as fuck. But like I was saying, like I appreciate you giving your comments on that. So, I mean, it does mean a lot. I mean, it really helps. Like people that don't haven't been in this situation or whatnot. I mean, it's always nice to ask questions. It's always nice to be curious. So I appreciate you commenting. So. Anyways, like I was saying, I moved to Lafarge. That's fine. I can't say that. I moved here to the current town I'm currently at. What 2002? I think 2002 because it was after 9/11 or something. Yeah, 2002. Came here. I mean, like I said, I was still a good kid. I moved around a lot as a kid. But I finally settled down here in this little small town. I Jesus man, started hanging out with the wrong people, and there's always that one saying that I mean now I live by. It's that whole saying of show me your friends and I'll show you your future. I
Absolutely.
mean that's the biggest one. I mean yeah,
Absolutely.
honestly. I mean for God's sake, I was on the news for something great because I went to the Challenge Academy in Fort McCoy in Wisconsin here. Graduated. I mean I it was so much, but if you Google my name, I mean it's all bad. I got drugs, pistol. I got lucky by the skin of my teeth on. They came at me with the plea deal. I mean, only doing 4 years in, 4 years out. I went to what is it called again? ERP. Yeah, ERP, earn release program for drug rehab. Um, but I mean, really started using meth. I think well, my before right for my 13th birthday, something. No.
Why did you use meth? Like,
Oh my God, we were me and my buddies we were smoking weed all night. And honestly, I'm not a weed person. If it was my opinion, I absolutely hate it. It just makes me lazy. It makes me fat. I mean, I can't do shit on it. Like
so does beer.
no, it makes me chink eyed. I'm already chinky eyed, so
Stupid.
I don't need that stuff. So, I mean, but like I said, we were smoking weed all night, and I told my homie, I'm like, bro, I gotta go to school like in 3 4 hours, and then I told him if I don't go to school, my social worker is gonna throw me in juvie, and fuck, man, juvie was my home away from home in a
So
way.
you smoked some meth and went to school.
Hell yeah,
Huh.
yeah, yeah. It was. I'm not gonna lie to you, like it was fucking amazing. Like it was good. It was. I don't know how to explain. Like especially first time using, like it gives you the feelings of like you could take over the world. I mean, it's like Coke. I mean, whoever's watching this, if y'all done Coke, I mean, it's just like that, but 10 times. Not I'm not gonna say better because it's not better, but 10 times, more than that.
See, that's where I'm different because I did it all different ways. Meth, that is. And I didn't like it. But that's, for me, I could say heroin, you know?
Yeah, but y'all still nodded out. No, I want you off the
This
table.
isn't a judgment of who is what and what is where. It's just,
Right, but I'm saying like meth, I liked it because it gave you that energy. I mean, you might say heroin gave you that energy, but you nodded out, faded out. I'm sure there's a few times where you
Anyways, this
slumped.
is not about me.
You kind of made it about you.
No.
What the
Anyways,
fuck? All right.
watch your language.
Anyways, like I was saying, I mean, it was phenomenal. I mean, I went to school. I did so much, but so little at the same time. Like I started so many projects and didn't get none of them done. I was the fastest one in gym class. I remember that second period in gym class. I was the fastest fucker in there.
Well, I wonder why.
Yeah, but
Little did they know.
and then after that, kept on using, and then when I just kept on using, and then I realized that money could be made from this. It was
So
like
is
what?
this before gang or after gang?
No, still I was banging at that time. I mean, we were banging TABs and everything.
Okay, so go back. How old were you when you?
Shit, 13.
So did you approach them? They approach you? Like, how did
No, it
that come
was
about?
shit, man. I don't
Because
honestly. I
if
don't.
you're claiming to be such a good kid, I mean, I know some people are probably going to ask that. You're saying you're a good kid and everything. Well, then how did you end up in the gang life? Like,
It's just like what Will said last time. I mean, when you don't have that father figure, especially growing up not having a father figure, besides my grandpa, rest his soul, I love him to death. But I mean, not having a real father figure there, I mean, it was hard. I mean, the gang life was a lot easier. They were there. They were willing to always help you. I mean, good or bad. The only problem was that when shit went down, I mean, it was hard.
so was it like you were buying from them and then just wanted to
No,
join,
no,
or?
no. I mean, I was. That's what it was. My homies. We were just kicking it. Like when I first moved to when I first moved here, um, I'm pretty sure that the viewers already know where the fuck we're at, but it doesn't matter.
Mm.
Hopefully not. When I first moved here, like I didn't know anybody. I was just hanging out with people and just started hanging out with them. I mean, that was the only way to put it. There's no, hey man, what's up? Can I join your crew, bro?
Okay, well, I don't know how this
No,
shit
it's just,
works.
I mean, we're just kicking it. I mean, then after that, I mean, I got beat in. So, well, like I said, it's
Explain to people what that is, because some people don't understand that either.
yeah, they do. I mean, it's
Nuh-uh, I
2024.
just had to
Everyone knows.
explain to a coworker.
Getting beat in,
Mm-hmm.
like getting jumped in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, we stood up. I mean, I stood on 10 toes and fucking got my ass whooped for 5 minutes. I mean,
Ouch.
that's basically it. Shit, I was little, so I was black and blue. But anyways, um, it was. I mean, it was an interesting time, and then kept on. But at the time, I just kept on using, and I finally shit, man. I went to juvie. I remember going to juvie. I mean, Lincoln Hills. That's juvenile prison, up here in Wisconsin. Um, why
Well,
the
they're
hell did
definitely
did
going
I
to know
go
where
there?
we are now.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, we're in a town, La Crosse, Wisconsin.
but it's weird. I'm trying to remember why I went to Lincoln Hills.
Because you naughty as hell.
Probably. I mean, well, no shit, but
Obviously.
yeah, but I mean, I don't remember. Like, I mean, if you were to ask me why I went, I can't remember. All I remember is those
So
stupid
you went
razor
to
wires,
juvie, and then
Lincoln Hills, and then got out,
were
and
you
then
18 when you went to jail, or how old were you when you?
when I first went to jail, shit, I don't even know.
Because, like, some people you can say, how old were you when you first
No,
went to
no,
jail? They're like, oh, I was 18, like
no. I
Will,
think a little later than that.
23, you know
Yeah,
what I
no,
mean?
a little later than that. Shit. How?
Later, like
I'm trying to think.
adult
Just
teens.
let me think. Jesus Christ.
Shut up.
I graduated in '07. So 2008, 2009. I went to jail for the first. No. Yeah, 2009. I went to jail for the first time. And then after that, I just went downhill. Never got off of papers. I mean, I went to Challenge Academy. I graduated, like I said, and then I went to MEPS in Milwaukee. Um, signed a paper, sworn in and whatnot. But I was supposed to go to Fort Sill, Oklahoma, for basic. August 11th, I remember this. Um, I didn't go because, see, a week before I had to go, I went drinking with my buddy, and then after that, it turned to a weekend of drinking, and then the weekend turned to a week, and I missed going to basic and just never went. I mean, I honestly don't think like shit. I've been in prison now. I'm like what 3 or 4 times now, and people always ask me how come they didn't come get you. I mean, I don't freaking know. I mean, I wish I knew. I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy that they didn't. Cause, but like what I think what Will told me, like what really matters is when you go straight to was when you go to basic and get sworn in again. That's when it really counts. That's when you can go AWOL. But
Yeah.
yeah, this one I don't think they would count it as AWOL because I said it's back in '07. So I mean, it started. Jesus, what 17 years now? Yeah,
I would imagine not because you're really fully in it. I mean, you're in it, but not fully in it. Does
right.
that make sense?
Yeah, I was one of that too. But yeah, I mean and then let's see here. Went to prison, drugs, of course, and then got out. Wasn't out for that long. Back to using meth, and then it was just an unending cycle. And it finally got popped off in 2017. Um, and I still remember this too. Whew, it was bad. I went to see my buddy. Got a little pew pew, I guess you can say, and then got pulled over. Just I left the parking lot and got boxed in. The detox and them, like I mean,
Wee,
yeah,
wee, wee.
I know they were doing their job, but fuck, man, God, I hated them. They pulled me over because one of the cops said I had facial recognition of who Mr. Tao was. That was in my discovery. I'm like, oh, well, that sucks. And they popped me off with meth, mushrooms, some pills, a little bit of heroin, heroin residue. I hate heroin, but I didn't know that baggie had residue on it, so they got me with that. A little bit of coke, which was stupid because it was enough to just do 2 lines, if that. I got popped up with that,
We like to joke he was a walking pharmacy.
basically. And then got sentenced, and I finally got out in 2019, November 5th. I mean, like I said, I was supposed to do 4 years in, but I got earned release, so I got out like half a year early. I mean, half a year early, so half a year early. So, um, but the whole time I was in there, I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking like, fuck it, I'm gonna get out and go back to dealing, using, because I mean, the money's easier, the drugs are easy to get, blah blah. But November 10th, what was it, 11 something in the morning or 10 something in the morning? Um, I got a call over the intercom. I was in Dodge. Got the call from the sergeant. He said, "Hey, Tal." I'm like, "What up?" They go like, "Hey, you got to call this number because of something." I'm like, "All right." So I called the number, and my foster sister at that time, she she gave me no, she gave the sergeant that number. Then the sergeant gave it to me, and it was towards my baby mama's phone number, I think, or somebody's number in there. And then as soon as they picked up, I heard my kid crying. I heard my kid crying, and that's when I knew it. I couldn't do it no more. I mean, I got too much to lose. I mean, growing up, I like I said, I never had a father figure. I mean, I guess my stepdad tried, but it was more along the line like,
You didn't want to try because you knew he wasn't your dad.
yeah, that, and also it just wasn't. It didn't seem right. So I didn't want my kid growing up, not having a dad. That was my biggest thing. I was scared to know that he could be growing up thinking the same thing I did. Like how come I wasn't good enough for him to change his ways and come back in my life? That was the biggest one, honestly.
And I do want to put a disclosure out there. We did not know each other during our active addictions. We ran the same town, ran around with the same people, but
She was the user and I was the dealer.
very different
That's a
lifestyles.
big difference.
But we managed to get together after getting sober. So
So I mean,
if you guys want to hear that story, it's really great, but
not really.
it's basic.
Yeah, it's pretty basic when it comes to this shit.
It's horrible on my end, so but it, you know.
But I mean, but honestly, like I guess like for the people that are in recovery or even doing the first day month of recovery, I mean, it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck bad. I mean, there's no ifs ands about buts about it. We're gonna have those, that itch, that craving, that mindset of what if I just use a little bit. It's just that what if thing, and that's the biggest demon that we can actually fight. I mean, I hate it. I mean, when I met her, but even before I met her, my stand on heroin addicts was horrible. I was rude. I was um vicious. I was mean to heroin addicts because in my mind at that time, yeah, meth is, yeah, it might be the chemicals and this and this and this and this, but in my mind, like, well, at least if I don't, if I just take 1 point of something, I'm not dying. And what the fucked up thing is just like, yeah, meth addicts they tweak out, whatever, da da da, but the heroin addicts they do one bang and they're gone. I mean, Who the fuck wants to do that? That was my mindset, at least.
That we're not judging you, so please don't think in any
Oh
way,
yeah, no,
shape,
no,
or
no,
form
yeah,
that he is judging you. That's
yeah.
just how he
That's how.
had his mindset,
Yeah,
and there's nothing
that's
wrong with that because I was a heroin user, and
yeah.
I don't get offended by it.
And I'm married to her, so like I said, I heroin users. I mean, I understand everyone has their own battles. I mean, it's a given.
I'd
It
like to say it gets easier, but it
it
doesn't.
doesn't.
But through time, it does. I mean, yesterday I reached 7 years sober.
Oh yeah, congratulations! Forgot
Yeah.
about the end. Oh yep,
And
today.
today is Will Hoover's sober day. 5 years, I think he said.
Yep, 5 years.
So we're really proud of him for that.
Hmm.
So, I mean, it gets easier.
It tends to get easier, but there are days where
Yeah.
you want to give up.
You can handle hard situations a lot easier. You don't have that mindset of, okay, I need to get high before I even handle this situation. Through time, it eventually gets to where you're like, okay, let's handle the situation, let's get it done, let's figure it out, and we got this, you know.
Find a new addiction. Cross addict. I mean,
A good one though.
yeah. I mean, gambling was horrible for me. I mean, there's people that's drinking. Just don't go over excessively where it ruins your life or hurts your pocketbook, basically.
Or you don't take care
Yeah.
of your children.
Yeah. Weed. I mean, weed's gonna be legalized soon, but you just gotta make sure you watch it too because you don't. Because yeah, weed is not a drug. It isn't really, in my opinion, it's not.
I don't think so either.
But if it's ruining your financial stability, your home, your relationship, then yeah, I mean, that's that tends to lean towards drugs. I mean, but if you can make sure you're above water with everything, I mean, yeah, go ahead and smoke that weed. I mean, fuck, smoke the ganja, but they're just not for me though. So, um, I don't know. I mean, I this episode isn't all that great. I feel like because I don't know. I just don't. I'm just not feeling today. It's just today was crappy. I mean, it was shitty. It was bad. I snapped off of my coworker, and if he's watching to say, I'm sorry, man. Like I didn't mean to. Um, it just today just felt off. And this day is one of them days where,
You're gonna have those.
as an addict,
Yeah.
and then to the people that that aren't using, I mean, you just gotta be patient, I guess. I mean, there's really nothing we can do about it if you're the sober one trying to help someone overcome addiction. But
Just have patience. I know it's hard. It really is. It can be. Oh, there's Alice.
hmm
It can be hard, but have patience. You know.
yeah. So I know. I guess that's my story. I mean, it ain't much, but um, I tried. I try to talk as much as I can. I try to explain, but I did
And
get
mind
interrupted quite a
you,
bit. This the liquid machine was this a Makamai.
yeah, because mind you, this man did go to prison and he was selling drugs, but now this man is going to college, and you are doing phenomenal in college.
Yeah,
So.
1.7 GPA. I'm joking. That's horrible. Don't laugh at that. Don't laugh at that. I'm
Really,
sorry.
what do you got, babe?
I don't know. I just went back this spring
He's
semester
made the dean's list, the president's list, so
twice,
twice.
but this
So
semester I'm only gonna have just a 3.0, so it's
that's
not good
still
enough.
good.
No, not really. I want to go for like 3.5 or 4.0, but it's
Oh
okay.
yeah, that's that Asian in you.
It's you. That's you white people. Yeah. All right. But all right. Like I said, this is a short episode. I'm sorry, but I want to say I appreciate y'all coming to watching, listening. I mean, if y'all got any questions,
Love
concerns,
you.
questions, concerns. Y'all got any questions, or you guys are curious about anything about me? I mean, reach out, comment, like, follow, share.
If you have any questions at all about anything,
hmm I mean, honestly, if you guys are watching this and y'all are recovering addicts, or you guys are even still going through it, and y'all want to talk about your struggles, I mean, hell, reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to have y'all on. I mean, even the people that are sober that's going through it, basically helping your loved ones. I mean, if you want to talk
exactly.
about it, I mean, it's always helpful. Yeah, I know that our subscribers ain't a lot, our reach ain't much, but I mean, if you guys want to reach out, I'd be more than happy to have y'all on and work through it because everyone needs help. Everyone needs to be listened, needs to be thought of. Not every drug addict is a grimy bummy, useless human being. I mean, everyone's going through something.
You're somebody's son, daughter, mother,
Hmm.
father, grandson, granddaughter. You're somebody's family, and we know that
Yep.
because I lost my sister to drugs, and as crappy as it was, she was still my sister, you know. So, but speaking of that, like we have a couple of guests coming on. We have hopefully your
Oh, yep. Stan, Mr. Stan Epicus. If Will doesn't pick up next time, I will be reaching out to you and getting you on. Just we will set up a date. I want to start doing 2 videos a week instead of one because I mean that one video it just seems like we're slacking. I feel like
mm,
so if we could do 2 videos a week, that'd be great. So Mr. Stan Ipkiss and
and then I have my ex-husband. I know that sounds
Mr.
crazy.
Joseph.
Joseph.
All right.
Yeah, he'll be on to tell his story because
Mhm.
my ex-husband was an addict as well. He went through it with
Yep.
me, so he can share his aspect of it
Yep.
and
Yep.
what he went through. So,
And not just that. I mean, we want to have our parents on here.
yeah,
Yep.
I'm going to bring on my parents. I want to kind of have everyone to kind of see a parent's aspect, and
Mhm.
my parents are a really good candidate for that because my parents had 3 children going through addiction at one time.
One time.
So you can imagine when you have 3 of your addicted kids coming over and you don't know which one to go for or which way to go because you don't know which one's robbing what, you
Mhm.
know. Unfortunately, I'm not proud to say that. But yes,
She
me and
robbed her parents.
not only me, Cassie and Richard did that shit too.
She still robbed her parents.
Rest in peace, Cassie, but
Mhm.
Richard, you
But
can own up to that shit too,
all right, guys.
bitch.
Thank you for coming again. I
Thank
appreciate y'all.
you, thank you,
So,
thank you.
all right. So this is an this. So let's try. If Will doesn't come on, we're gonna do it on Monday. But if Will doesn't come on, Stan, if you're watching this, you'll be up. Okay. All right.
Bye.
Later, y'all. Peace.